What's up, Tampa? It's Friday, November 28th. We hope everyone had an amazing Thanksgiving, got some rest, got some good food, had some time with your family.
And for those of you just joining us, welcome to Tampa Talk.
I'm John.
And I'm Dahlia. Thanks for hanging out with us.
So this week in Tampa history, we're throwing it back to the 1880s. Looking at the legacy of one of Tampa's most influential early mayors.
We've also got some big headlines around a DOJ investigation at Busch Gardens to a county-wide burn ban and new offshore drilling proposals.
Plus, we'll highlight all of the holiday events happening around Tampa. You got tree lightings, Winter Village, Christmas in the Wild, Dinosaur World, and more.
And of course, we'll wrap it up with where you can find us this week and how to stay connected.
All right, so let's get into it.
Well, first up for This Week in the Work, and obviously with Thanksgiving yesterday, I just wanted to start off this podcast with some gratitude.
Yeah, I mean, we should always be starting with some gratitude. So I just want to say thank you and kind of give a shout out to all of our volunteers, those that have been donating. I mean, we've just been unloading truck after truck of things at the shop, and for several communities have been doing food drives for us. Folks been coming and getting involved in our gardens. And honestly, those that contribute to our work, you guys are making all of this possible, both in the bike shop, with well-fed community, over at the drop. It's incredible how many hands are involved in making this work possible. They say like many hands make the work light. And we're just super grateful for all of you that have worked with us.
And I think that's one of my favorite things about working in this space is oftentimes, we get the age-old question of like, I tell somebody what I do and then they go, oh, you know what you should do? This idea of rescuing food from grocery stores or like starting a community garden. I'm like, yeah, that's actually exactly it. And they're like, wow, it's so great to hear that work's being done. And it really is. Like, I'm grateful that I get to know the work's happening because we're in the middle of it. And that also we're able to provide the service. And then also people who come in and learn about the work, which is what Tampa Talk's really supposed to do, know that it is happening. Like you join us, not like we have to start it fresh, it's
interesting. I, lately, probably since opening the drop, I think about, this release is on Friday morning. Mm-hmm. And every Friday morning, I've never done it, but I always want to like get my phone out and like do one of those like talk to it videos, but maybe we just do it here, like, cause it's related to what we're talking about. Friday mornings, if you think about the ecosystem, it's like, okay, this kind of update for Word on the Streets and Tampa Talk and civic engagement, this is all coming out. Mm-hmm. And then we have a team in the community garden kind of getting their hands in the soil. And then we have a team at the same time that's over at Harvest Hope Park that is sharing groceries with folks in the community. Now there's a team at the drop that is welcoming in. I mean, last week we saw 120 people come for breakfast. Yeah. I think and then like it was a week ago, I think that the food truck had gone out for like day one. It was doing an experiment, but I was like, we're in so many places right now. Yeah. Also, the bike shop's open at the exact same time and having like an earn a bike kind of person come through that's while they're operating the retail storefront and the food pharmacy's open and available. And it's like, it's like a moment in the week that I always think there's a ridiculous amount of things happening right now. And sometimes I think that from somewhere like driving where I'm like, I'm not at any of them.
Yeah, and I'm not at any of these things. Yeah. No, it's something I'm super grateful for is that there's a whole team of people doing this work. And so, yeah, we see you and we're grateful for you if you're listening.
Yeah, thanks, guys. So, as we mentioned in the intro, this week in Tampa history, we're talking about Herman C., one of Tampa's most influential early mayors.
So he was Tampa's 21st, 23rd, 25th, and 27th mayor. He's the only person to serve 4 non-consecutive terms.
Just keeps coming back.
Yeah.
So wait, 22nd, 24th. There's like one between him each time. Yeah. Interesting.
That is weird.
He immigrated from Germany, worked in New York, moved to Florida, and opened a men's clothing store right here in Tampa.
And then he jumped into civic life, becoming Tampa's first Jewish mayor in 1886.
One of the biggest things he did, he led the effort to incorporate Tampa actually as a city.
Yeah, and that move unlocked funding for major improvements, which included the water and sewage system, police and fire departments, transportation, and other public works.
He also laid the cornerstone for the Tampa Bay Hotel in 1888, which created thousands of jobs and created one of Tampa's kind of defining landmarks.
He advocated for cigar factory workers, fought against unfair tobacco tariffs, and supported Tampa's immigrant communities.
He helped found
I know, good luck with
Shirai
that.
Zedek.
I don't know.
Tampa's first, I do know that. Yeah, Shirai Zedek, Tampa's first synagogue, laid its cornerstone in 1899.
And then Glagowski passed away on December 3rd, 1909 in a carriage accident in Ybor City. But his impact is literally built into the foundations of Tampa.
You know what? I just realized what just happened. When I said Herman C, when I opened up, it's because I put a C instead of, I did a Control C where I copied Glagowski because I wanted to know how to say it. And then when I got here on the notes, I realized I messed those notes up. It is Glagowski.
I actually know a girl who has that last name. I wonder if they're related.
So moving on to some modern news, starting with Busch Gardens.
So the Department of Justice has launched an investigation to allegations that Busch Gardens, SeaWorld, and Aquatica banned certain rollator walkers used by guests with disabilities.
So DOJ says people reported that the parks prohibited rollators and told guests they could rent alternative mobility aids for an additional cost.
And so essentially they're investigating if this violates the Americans with Disabilities Act, and more to come on that.
Interesting. In other local news, Hillsborough County has issued an emergency burn ban.
And so the conditions are extremely dry right now, which I've definitely noticed.
Yeah.
And so that means all outdoor open burning is paused. That includes fire pits, fireworks, and sparklers. So keep that in mind, because I know for Thanksgiving, sometimes people throw those off too.
Yeah, I've noticed it too. I was just walking into the building we're in, and I was like, that grass looks like hay.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just like, but grilling is still allowed, but flames must stay contained and attended. You don't walk away from those.
Yeah, and this is also indication that our region's long-term water supply is now a growing concern because we've had months of low rainfall. And you know what it made me think about when you talk about the grass? Up north, right? When the winter comes, the grass dies, the snow comes on top
Covers
of
it.
and gives it a time to kind of revitalize itself, right? All that snow melts in and you don't care that it's dead and all that. Whereas in Florida, we maintain like
Year round.
And what would be like a normal cycle of right now, the grass just becoming hay and, you know, acting as a mulch for our soil. Instead, we like artificially sustain by watering or whatever, right? Anyways, it goes to show you how much stress we put on these environments like Florida and Arizona and, you know, places like where maybe we shouldn't live, but we do anyways.
We should definitely live here.
But I mean, like environmentally, right? Like that's the big criticism of like Southern California. It's like there's no more water, right?
Yeah.
And like the forest burning, right? And like, but yeah, it just goes to, I guess, the natural cycle of things. We really got to fight against here.
It's funny because I'm more of a Florida boy, but I'm like, to me, the place you shouldn't live is a place that freezes. Like I'm like.
Environmentally, right?
I'm like, that's an insane place to live.
Yeah.
All right. Meanwhile, on a national front, the Trump administration has announced plans for new offshore drilling near Florida and California.
Yeah, and so this reverses previous climate policies and opens several new areas for potential oil drilling.
So legal challenges are obviously going to be expected, and lawmakers, including many in Florida, they're already pushing back.
Are those drills off the coast of like Anna Maria? There's always like those big. I haven't been over there in a long time. But last time I was there, there's like big barges out there that look like they're I don't know if they're drilling. I don't know. There's
I highly doubt that because of this is only going to recently open that up.
Yeah, but there's got to be already. It's just, you don't think there was anything offshore before in Florida?
Not oil drilling.
I would love to know what those barges are because they're like consistently out there off the coast of Anna Maria.
Oh, we can look it up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm just curious, like, do we already do this in Florida or would this be the first go of it?
I don't believe so.
But finally, in education news, the University of South Florida has launched the state's first college dedicated to AI.
The Bellini College of Artificial Intelligence, Cybersecurity, and Computing opened in August and already has about 3,000 students.
And so we have shared on this before, but basically they just completed their first semester. And that's the big news, is that 3,000 students have graduated through their first semester. And this really is focused to help attract AI businesses and startups to Tampa Bay.
All right, so what do we got going on around town?
Well, last week we shared about the drive-through lights happening at the Hillsborough County Fairgrounds through December 28th. But now that Thanksgiving is officially over, we are gearing up for a lot more Christmas events, including Christmas at Dinosaur World. We'll go through Sundays until January 4th. It's $25 for an adult and $20 for a child, and that's over in Plant City.
That's in the evenings, right? That's like 5 to 8 or something like that.
Yes, and I did look it up. There is no current offshore drilling in Florida state waters. There is onshore, though.
Okay.
Yeah. Just wanted to know that because I feel like that makes a difference, right? Like, are we expanding something that is already contaminated, let's
No.
say, versus
There's
like,
been a ton of
is it a
restriction
brand
on the
new
offshore,
vibe, you know? And so, in case you were curious, there is no currently any offshore drilling happening in Florida. Don't know about California. That's their problem. They can figure that one out. But Christmas in the Wilds are the next events we want to share about. This is happening at Zoo Tampa at Lowry Park from 4 to 10 p.m. On select nights through November and December. Tickets are $52, $42 for kids under 12. So be sure to check out their website to kind of find out what their schedule of events are. And then the Winter Village will open up. It's already open. It opened up November 19th and will run through January 4th at Curtis Hickson. And it's $18.50. That's so insane. That's expensive ice skating. I guess the ice isn't real though, so they gotta.
And it's packed at all times because like no one here has seen ice ever.
We used to do toonie drop-ins on Friday nights at the skating rink by my house, so $2.
Oh,
but you know, demand, supply, all that jazz.
Yeah.
But it's always fun. They have all their little like vendors and stuff like that. And then there will also be the holiday night cruise, which that I always forget they do. Have you seen that? They light up the river with different. Yeah, you can kind of see it if you're just going over the bridge there. Downtown, but they're doing the holiday night cruise for $40.
Awesome.
And then the Riverwalk tree lighting ceremony will take place from 4 to 7 p.m. on Sunday, November 30th on the Tampa Riverwalk. This is a free event. It's the 5th annual holiday tree lighting, and it will watch as Mary Castor will sail into the convention center aboard a pirate water taxi to flip the switch on the Riverwalk holiday trees. That should be fun.
Awesome.
And then we have our Homegrown Hillsborough conference taking place next week. We're at about 75% capacity right now, so there are still tickets available. And we did just open up tickets for just the brunch or field trips if you weren't interested in coming to the conference, but you wanted to come check out. We'll be visiting the Boozy Pig and then the Port of Tampa Bay. So it should be fun. And then finally, you can join us at Well-Fed Community's kitchen ribbon cutting ceremony taking place on Friday, December 12th at the TGH Health Park over on 30th Street. That'll be from 11 to 2, and you can RSVP to that event by going to thewellfedcommunity.org and navigating to our events page.
I'm super excited for you guys for that event. The more I kind of think about that happening, it's a big deal, man.
Should be a lot of fun.
All right, guys, that's everything we have for you this week. We will actually be out at Harvest Hope this morning from 10:30 to 11:30. Be shifting our hours at the Ybor Street Community Garden from 3 to 5 p.m.
Correct. Yeah, we're going to do evening hours. Yeah, as long as it's cool outside, it's doable, and maybe change up, see who gets out there and all that kind of stuff. So as always, please comment, rate, and share tampatalk.xyz, and you can always subscribe to the digital version of this, the newsletter, email version of this, by going to wordonthestreets.xyz.
Guys, we appreciate all your love. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you for joining us. And until next time, y'all be good.